Staying behind gives you a great understanding of how that affects the path of the club more positively. That slight in to out now you can relate to. So for a straighter direction, a ball that starts more on your target and not left, you can see how this will encourage that. Also the elusive draw. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Stopping the lean in. Now the lean in, my interpretation of the leaning in is when a golfer, and it's very, very common, when a golfer starts the downswing with a moving of the upper body towards the target. This in turn will produce an over-the-top action, a steeper downswing resulting in a pull. If you strike it well, it will be definitely starting left of your target, and then an overcompensating move with a final lean back or a delayed hand action because you don't want that pull in a heel shot that will cut out to the right or be topped even. So basically I'm talking about the weekender here, the senior golfer and weekender. Now the lean in is more common as you get older. I think it comes from stiffness more than anything. The lack of flexibility and a little bit keen to try and hit it hard, chasing some lost yardage perhaps. So as we get older, we lose a bit of distance because we lose a bit of flexibility and we lose the ability to be as dynamic as we once were. So if you're sat down a lot during the week, knees and hips starting to be a bit sore when we turn them, this will be the result from that. So what I've got in front of me is another alignment stick like the one I have on the ground, and these are quite common now in people's golf bags, so I recommend you have one for this purpose. You can get away with the stick on the ground with a golf club for alignment, but I've got this one in the ground that I'm going to set up to and practice swing with my driver. Your longest club, 3-wood is fine. That stick in the ground is the ball position for a driver. Right, stance normal, shoulder width works for most, down the handle a little bit as well. If you're not playing very often, down the handle for control. So here we are, setting up. Now that's the visual of the wall that I talk of, and I have spoke about in previous videos. I like thinking of a wall in the downswing, and this is simulating that. This is simulating that as we turn back. We're nicely behind the wall in our backswing. Remember, we're setting up in a way with that little hip bump. We've done at address to get our load point. Sets my spine tilt slightly away from my wall here, away from my target. So when I make a turn, as full as I can do, looking over my left shoulder, can you see I'm nicely behind that wall? I want you to now do a downswing slowly. Again, no ball required. T-peg in the ground if you want. You're just testing your range of motion with a wall in mind that you're going to stay behind. So you're here at the top. Downswing, you want to think left side, turning out the way, while keeping your upper body behind the wall. So, for those of you that have watched my videos and now thinking, oh, plumb bob drill, it's very similar to that. Yes, it's a dynamic version of that. The plumb bob drill is something you can do with no club in the office to just give you a feeling of the correct body position to impact. This is now becoming dynamic. So we've got a club. We're going to practice swing turning behind the wall and then staying behind it as we turn through. As you start doing a second one, third one, you'll understand the discomforts is something you want to run with because you'll notice the blur of the club head. This is why I have this second stick on the ground. The blur of the club head through the hitting area will run more parallel to that stick on the ground than it was before when you were struggling with the lean in move. So here's the second one. Up we go. Stay behind. See the blur of the club in front of you means then that you've kept your eyes down on the commit to the strike long enough before your body will be pulled up to a complete finish. Staying behind gives you a great understanding of how that affects the path of the club more positively. That slight in to out now you can relate to. So for a straighter direction, a ball that starts more on your target and not left, you can see how this will encourage that. Also, the elusive draw. So, as you get used to your body through this uncomfortable position with practice swings relating to that, you then know, you have a good idea of what you're capable of. It'll feel awkward, I'm not going to lie. You'll feel a bit of a pain just initially. So be careful, gentle swings with the driver, but use this concept to stay behind and prevent that all too common lean in that amateur golfers do and weekenders. Hope this helps. Give it a go. Thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.